Welcome back to the campfire. Today we're going to be playing Starcom, Space Unknown, and proceeding further on into this game. See if we can get the storyline finish up. Just a little bit here. Don't know what I'm supposed to do to unlock more of the storyline itself. So at the moment, and we've got more heretic gateways all over the place. We do have... There's a few things we found, but what do we do to get the next storyline to unlock? Suppose we can come out here. So there's a planet we haven't scanned yet. Weird that we have to go... I suppose the heretic gateways only go to other heretic gateways. Kind of makes sense, now that I think about it. Ah, there are enemies here. Just take care of them. It's a much more interesting way to gain a lot of resources. And it's not like these guys are all that hard to fight anyways. Alright, and we'll start ourselves going back down. Where was that? That was over here, right? Yep. Okay, here we are. Just gotta fly down to the planet. I don't even know how we missed this one. For scanning. Maybe we were being chased at the time, I don't... Seems weird. Another empty pyramid, apparently evacuated in an orderly manner. At Ensign Cygnus Lee's suggestion, the team conducts a low-altitude flyover of the surrounding area with sensors calibrated for low-level chirolite radiation. Sure enough, several kilometers away they find another concealed encampment, also with an alien corpse. If this observer took any notes, they did not preserve them. But Ensign Kepler observes that the last message was not completely erased from the transmitter. I've been thinking about that group of academics who split off to live in the jungle caves years ago on Kuldar 2, when we first saw the cracks in the edifice. The sand brains, we called them. I thought they were cowards, but now I consider them fondly. I hope they stay hidden away from when the fanatics come. Sandbrain is the translator's attempt to generate a pejorative. The original symbol combines stupidity and something akin to head in the sand. Fair enough. Now, does that give us a location for something? Does not seem so. And do have a thought on that one. Where was that? Right here. Of course, I don't have any good ideas on where the star lands for that one might be. It could be over this way or down here. Because this star lands points directly at this polyhedral. Or polygon, or whatever you want to call it, the device. But let's see. It's another option here for exploration. That we have any ideas on where to go. Is there something more to do here? that we can do here, rather. No. Doesn't seem like I can gain anything here at the moment. Would have thought that maybe destroying these pieces would give us something, but doesn't appear so. Starlands. It doesn't appear we've found anything else here. Maybe if I just go in the direction over here? Well, let's try flying around and see what happens. Huh. This one's a dead star. Interesting. Let's see what is going to be here, if anything's going to be here. There's a brown dwarf beyond it. Thought we were a lot closer than we actually ended up being. Huh. Well, there's a wormhole gateway here. So we can go home if we need to. Oh, something's here. This frozen planet has unusual ice formations. The gases on this planet transition to solid ices in a fairly short period of time, capturing a rare snapshot of large-scale atmospheric change. Isn't seen before, prompting them to collect a series of ice core samples. Alright. That's kind of cool nonetheless. And there's enemies here. Fusion is nearly completely stopped in the star. It's radiating mostly due to retained heat. The only explanation I have is that it underwent large-scale fusion in a short time by an unknown mechanism. Interesting. Let's get the anti-missile stuff going, I was going to say. Then we started getting hit a lot harder. Radiation crap. Take out one of these two first. Before we start dealing with the other one. Yeah, let's deal with the small one first. Doesn't help that they keep spinning continuously, breaking off small pieces here and there. Nothing significant. Can't reach the core of the ship. There we go. And hopefully we can finally get another shield component here to research. Doesn't seem like it. Come on. Break off one of the laser beams. wish it would stop showing me the other side. So that we could try to break through break off more pieces here. Oh, that works too. And more titanium. That was basically everything that's in this solar system. So let's head south to the next one. Full engines and go. Well, this looks rather pretty. I mean, I like the colors. Oh, there's also a lot here. Oh, that is a lot of enemies. Alright. And can we peel them out so that we're dealing with only maybe one or two at a time? No? So they're all kind of staying grouped up. Alright. Okay, now we've got, like... No, that's still more than a few of them. And we're spending more time shooting the missiles than we are the enemies. Okay, we may have to come back here. We at least get these two. Doesn't seem like we can really get enough loosened up here. Destroying those missiles is not happening, it seems. And we're dealing with them so much, we're not even shooting enemies anymore. Alright, well, there was an attempt here. But at this point, it just seems like, what do we do? So let's just head back north, get out of here, if we can even get away from them. Alright, we're starting to peel away. Alright, so what do we do next? Suppose let's go back and get our support crew reestablished. And then figure out where we're going from there. Oh, enemies to fight here. That's not good. So that is a lot of enemies. These aren't so bad. This is just the upgraded Red Raiders. I mean, they're more durable, but they're not, like, all that hard to take out either. Definitely worth more resources when we beat them, though. Alright, let's try to catch up to this guy, because he's probably worth more to fight. There we go. Yeah, add more resources on him. And there we go. That's the last one. That's not so bad. Alright, looks like we have a new thing to talk to with Commander Yu. Suppose it was only a matter of time before these newer Red Raiders launched an attack. While I suspect the Althea and Seleno could have handled them, it was lucky the Intrepid was nearby. This emphasizes the importance of reopening that wormhole to bring in more support. We're counting on you. Oh yeah, that's just... Okay. So nothing else? I understand that we need to do this, but where and how? Traveling down here... I mean... Suppose we can go here and then see if there's anything else in these directions where we haven't really scouted yet. Could just start going up this way. See if there's anything to uncover over there. Well, we're coming up on a solar system that will apparently help us with... Where is it? Okay, it's right up here. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Cargo. Analyze. The cylinder is empty, but whatever was inside must have been highly radioactive. Even with heavy shielding, the case itself is giving off hard radiation. Understandable. Perks, could you take a look when you get some downtime? And then, nothing on this planet. Okay, nothing there. They didn't want anything. There's a flinger going straight left. Alright, so we've at least got more of a direction of exploration. Thrust marks have fused the sand where a very large ship once landed. Several old cargo crates sit nearby, like forgotten luggage. One contains a weathered personal recording device with a partial entry still recoverable. Dressing down after Abastar. Someone's mind wasn't working right if they've just forgot these valuable resources. But perhaps redemption is possible if I can repair the defective instrument. The academics fleeing core revealed details on a device they were working on to treat devotion, also fix a broken mind, tactical thinking, sharper observation, cultural knowledge. The remaining crates contain some quality ship maintenance materials. Fair enough. You know, I'm not gonna say no to a bunch of free stuff. And let's see what's going on here. Half dozen ancient... New theory on why the Empire fell. Lack of recycling. Look at this waste of metal. A half dozen ancient containers litter the landscape, judging from the markings. These once held armaments and munitions. While empty, the containers themselves are made from a small but non-trivial amount of titanium. As the team breaks down the crates, Ensign Kepler spots a data crystal lying a few meters away on flat ground, as if deliberately thrown. It contains a decrypted message fragment. To Colonel Jirak, the disaster at Abastar, what should have been a straightforward negotiation with some fanatics ended with the death of every subordinate under your command. Whether your genetic enhancements or training has failed, I do not know, but the First Legion will handle the situation now. There are reports of a similar situation developing at the Academy near Core. Terminus is the nearest ship. We expect a better performance from you against unarmed academics. Autoclave protocol is authorized. Retrieve any surviving research projects. They also should be in possession of a fragment from... I remind you, your progeny are anxiously awaiting your return at the garrison where you will... And that's it. Alright. Well... Something definitely wasn't going right. This planet has a second, smaller core of nickel iron close to its primary core. My guess is that it merged with a small moon during formation, but the potential energy difference was not enough to break up either. Interesting. And we can either go up and left or down and left. Or west, whatever you want to call it. North and west or south and west. So let's head south. North kind of leads us back up towards this direction. Could very well just put us up here. Alright, so there's a couple of stars here. And another flinger. All the planets in this solar system are congregated over here. No anomaly. And nothing there. I mean, it shouldn't surprise me that there's a lot of empty and unused planets. Oh, here's one. Small meteorite with high concentrations of uranium rests on a sheet of slushy nitrogen. Okay. Plenty of uranium then. We'll just make our way quickly over to this planet before taking the next flinger gateway. Spectral analysis of this region's background radiation with a filter for the readings from the devout flotsam. Okay. There's a dim red nebula with very low level readings that are a near match. I've marked it on the nav map. Okay, so we can go up over there. Well, it's the only mission we've had come across. Let's see if these flingers end up taking us where that is. Stuff here. With great difficulty, Ensign Pierce pilots the lander through a blinding sandstorm. Sensors estimate whatever the signal was, it's not far. That is, if there's anything at all. The huge amount of charged dust is wreaking havoc with the instruments. Shifting dunes cover and uncover geologic features on an almost hourly basis. Well, during a brief pause in the heavy sandstorm, Ensign Kepler spies an implausible sight, a lush oasis on this otherwise dry planet. When the team lands to investigate, they discover an artificial pool filled from a deep underground aquifer surrounded by greenery. At the bottom of the clear water is a large slab covered. These plants are actually genetically engineered colonies of prokaryotes. They have been designed to need little water while producing a lush foliage-like appearance. Really wish they wouldn't do that tiny corner of, here's something to go there, but it's also time limited. So you have to read it quick. In 50 years, this entire world will be just as lush thanks to Xenoform Guild Tech. Contact your local purveyor to reserve your unknown unit of land area today. It's Perks estimates from the aquifer's depletion that this advertisement is roughly 3 centuries old. Jeez. So, talk about false advertising. We can go up to this quickly, get this one scanned. Mesosphere of this planet is unusually dense and warm due to an unusually high level of capture of cosmic rays. Alright. Well, it's a good thing she's not an English teacher. 2 decaying radio antennae are all that remains of the Rizag 2 observatory, according to the signage translation. The rest has been buried or swept away by desert. The desert at least left some aluminum framing behind. Fair enough. Let's see. I don't think we've run into other stations before. Oh, it's a wreckage. Its derelict Devout Cathedral shows signs of heavy battle damage. Weapons, power, and life support may have been knocked out within minutes. The attacker took the weapons and vital ship systems, but left behind some valuable salvage. They also left behind some calligraphic graffiti. The heroic Wiskamug strips the cultist cathedral of its arms to give to alms those in need. Alright. That must be destroyed. And maybe gather some more stuff? Or, yeah, maybe. Let's see. Breaking into this thing, probably not. Not have rammed it. I'm aware of this. I have the feeling it's not going to let me destroy it. Either way. Either that or I just don't have the weapons to destroy it. And there's a star up there that we haven't gone to, but it could just be connected to this flinger. And this one could lead us all the way to something that takes us up there. Well, yeah, let's just chase this to the end and then we'll head up there. Or we'll head back and see if this one takes us over there. Well, I mean, this one is pointing more up. So depending on where this goes, probably about here. And if I had to guess, there's another flinger. Yeah, we're probably going to be led right in the direction we're going. Let's see. This planet experienced It appears this civilization acquired a technology to remove the toxins quickly. Unfortunately, one of the foundational ecosystems had already evolved to use the pollutants in its metabolism. It couldn't readapt quickly enough. This planet experienced a total ecological collapse centuries ago. Its industries were heavily dependent on processes that released a lot of toxic pollutants in the atmosphere, but the ecological collapse happened very suddenly. Why not just put what was in the top left corner there then into the primary box? Because they were very much connected and... Alright, whatever. That's just a weird example of... I think that dialogue really should have just been a part of it. Of the flavor text, because it was directly connected. Whereas most of them are like tangentially connected, that was a direct response to it. And there we go. Just more titanium and aluminum. That's alright, I guess. CXTA hauler. Haven't gotten a mission from them in forever. No anomalies. Nothing here. Anything here? No. Get close enough that they may hail us? No? Alright. Nothing there. This one is pointed up and back. Okay, so this is going to be a diamond pattern. So if we want to go up there, we're going to have to go manually. Which is fine. We can easily do that. Let's just take a look and get The planet scanned first. Nothing here. Really not surprised. Anything here? Nope, there's something. Dramatic mountains formations are the result of an unusually hard rock that precipitated out of seawater when much of this planet was submerged, Ensign Perks explains. For the detected anomaly is artificial, a heavily reinforced door leading to the side of a cliff. As the team approaches, they are greeted by hologram projection. This is the impenetrable fortress of the legendary Whiskamug. Turn back or be obliterated, unless you are a Whiskamug, in which case please speak the 64-digit passcode. Again? You may reset the passcode by supplying the following facts about your exploits. How many legions of pirates did you defeat while protecting the sacred oasis of the helpless? Okay, so 112. Where did Whiskamug disarm a devout cathedral with a single salvo? That was just where we were. And then finally, what is the secret name of your legendary steed? Alright, well, we've run across it. It is truly the Great Whiskamug. Please try to remember the passcode next time. The tunnels descend. What possible reason could there be for having a secure code that lets you bypass it if you know the owner's biography? The tunnels descend 100 meters deep into the bedrock. The ground is covered in a thick layer of dust. It doesn't look like anyone has been inside in years, if not decades. Eventually, it opens into a cavernous area. A few broken weapon systems and reactors suggest at one point it stored a large amount of equipment and material, but most of it has been removed. In the back of a small sleeping area, the team finds an old military trunk. Within are the disintegrating uniform of a Colonel Jirak, Intelligence Services, wrapped around a large brass artifact. Okay. Alright. So let's, durable brass-like metal. Scans of the interior show an unusual quantum scattering effect. That was 150 research points. And that completed the mission for the legendary Whiskamug. Kind of cool. Hi, buddy. Are you mad at me? He can often be found. Well, let's trade and see what he's got. Fighter power cell requires a lot of yttrium. So if we sell a bunch of these, because we never really use platinum or silver for construction purposes, it's almost always just trading. Let's see here, 108. Let's trade for that and get a bunch of yttrium for weapons purposes, or weapons making. And then looks like our fastest route here is that way. So we're gonna head up and around. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, we should head back here and add the beam weapon that we just got the last material we needed to get. Alright, I'm thinking these things out now. For once. Try not to get entirely, squirreled away here. So we've got the laser. Where do we want to put this? Got the reactor Mark II there. Two mini reactors or micro reactors. Why don't we move these? this one here. Kind of want to put the laser closer to the front, though. Plasma Mark II, Plasma Mark II. That's the Havoc. Bulkhead double. Alright. Put it there. Not hugely happy about how that works or looks, but... And then... we're missing, what, titanium? Or just ship size? Oh yeah, we're missing titanium for that. There we go. Got plenty of weapon space now, or weapons now. Alright, looks like we've got more from Commander Yu. Given the increased threats facing us from multiple factions, I have signed a limited alliance with the Goryeo. Despite some questions about their motivations, it is the least bad option available. We'll be providing them with redacted logs from the Intrepid. They will continue to provide information related to this universe and the remnants. They have also given us a loan of some resources for upgrades to be repaid at the future date. We need all the friends we can get, and they already know Seleno's location. I'm thinking as well, even if we find other potential allies in this region, I don't want to advertise where we are, or how few ships we currently have. I've set aside some of the initial resources the Goryeo have delivered for the Intrepid. Is there anything else? All for now, I guess. Is there anything we can really do? Nothing to build. In research, we can increase the power of our one laser that we added. Or we can do that. And then let's take a look at anything else really. We could increase the research on increases damage output, redirects our fixed gun projectiles by several degrees towards the nearest target. So between these two, we can start putting fixed guns back on again. Alright, let's take a look. We were going to head here. And there's a series of enemies here. Some devout. Oh, well, that went really easily. Okay. They weren't even a threat. Barely an inconvenience. And there's more enemies here. Some of them of the bigger variety. Let's take one down. Is the laser ever going to fire? No, I added it. How do we do this? I guess do that. Okay, so it is now fired. Good. And now we're heading into the Flotsam Jetsam thing. Well, this looks cool. Red nebula is not a normal product of gas and dust from star formation. The radiation is the result of isotopes that cannot be explained by normal stellar fusion processes. Okay. And there is a system right here. And then we can go looking at the direct source. Just kind of want to scan these as we go. Come on. And nothing there. Kind of looks like Neptune. Or Uranus. According to... We can definitely get some salvage, but the more we take, the harder it will get. Okay. And... let's try for the bridge. Okay. We got some yttrium. Let's go for the engines, I guess. Alright, there we go. Got everything we can get. Deploy several craters on the... These blue crystals have complex semiconductor patterns in their matrices. I think they may be an early form of silicon life, or at least were. Something has consumed the gallium arsenide substrate they relied on. Several craters on this airless planetoid are ringed with clusters of unusual cerulean silicon crystals. The regolith dust shows signs of recent activity around a piece of monitoring equipment labeled Station 9778. Its core components have been removed, leaving only titanium broadcast dish. Alright, let's go around the star and head straight over to our destination here for the mission. And it disappeared. Is that it? Nothing else here? Well, I guess there is one star and a planet left to look at. Or 3 planets. 4. 10. 32. Hut, hike. Okay, there's a few left here. Nothing. And... let's see here. Oh, there's something here. An isolated cluster of structures on this otherwise desolate planet are giving off 0 energy emissions. Inside, the team finds a few dozen deceased... Alright. Inside, the team finds a few dozen deceased, devout wearing environmental suits. While temperatures have arrested decay, the cause of death is unclear. Further investigation reveals this to be the top level of an underground research facility, but a structural collapse has sealed off the lower level. Ensign Gleese reports that a hard line to the facility's computing systems is still operational. Computers are... If we had examples of some of their experiments, we might be able to reconstruct the indices. Unfortunately, the research is only identified by numeric codes. Could be a coincidence, but some of the numbers correspond to the jetsam we found. That's more than a coincidence. The computers are secured with devout encryption, which the team has had some partial success analyzing in the past. The problem is sheer volume. There are exabytes of data, and the indices have been erased and the hard line's bandwidth is narrow. Random sampling shows that whatever was being researched covered extremely wide areas of chemistry, xenobiology, nuclear physics, and more. Okay. Well, I just figured that maybe there was something there, but... Alright, so we gotta find more of the flotsam and jetsam stuff. You know, the random debris. This planetoid is perforated with dozens of irregular deep shafts around 2 to 3 meters wide. Scans show they range in depth from 50 to over 800 meters. Ensign Perks isn't confident that the anomaly reading is actually something down there. It could be an echo distortion. The tight space and crumbling walls will make it a tricky descent. Let's take a look. Of course. Sharp crack over the radios. A loud scream. The team winches. Alright. Well, don't know why it's like that, but okay. Do we have any levels that we can put into things? No. Nothing there. And then one more planet. And nothing. Alright. Didn't think there'd be too much. There is a star system over here, and one over here that we have uncovered but not explored. And then there's the system down here where we ended up fighting all those things that we couldn't defeat. Now we do have more firepower and armor. So maybe we can take them on. We'll see what happens if we can get there for this episode. I've done a full analysis of the parasitic plague that the CTXA parasites were almost certainly bred or engineered within the blue crystals we found on the planet in the Crimson Nebula. That's concerning. The planetoid still has a warm core, leading to occasional volcanic eruptions. This lava field may have some heavier elements as a result. And alright, we got diberyllium. Let's see, what else is here? So there's a couple more planets and a heretic portal. And another evacuated pyramid. The team finds a concealed encampment, but its observer or their remains are nowhere to be found. They were considerate enough to leave behind a power supply and some disassembled components. Fair. I mean, we can't expect every single one of them to have been abandoned the way they were. Nothing here. Let's look at the last planet. A recent tectonic upthrust has created a small continent of steeply angled rocks on this otherwise oceanic world. Based on the anomaly readings, Ensign Perks suspects there may be significant quantities of valuable minerals have been... Let's return for now, because she is clearly not in a position to try and get that. And if we move close to the star, anything interesting? Nope. Alright, so we'll have to come back here at some point. Just kind of waiting for Perks to come back, or to get her health back. Which seems to happen over time. Portal has an encrypted lock, but the key we discovered from the kaleidoscope activates. There's a deep thrum in the energy readings as the artifact comes to life. Space topology readings show a wormhole starting to form. Where does this one take us? Far to the north. Okay. Interesting that they just had what seems to be random warp points or end destinations. Okay, let's look at this one. Oh yeah, this is where I was just at. My bad. We got two more to look at while we're waiting for Perks to recover. Scan this one. Alright, there's stuff here. Alright. We don't get a choice. Alright. lost material on that one. Alright. Then we'll head back to the planet, or to the station. Helium deuterium levels demonstrate this gas giant once was large enough to begin fusion, but something caused it to eject enough mass to halt the process. Let's go back to station so that we can recover and try some of these again. Alright, looks like our crew is healed, at least for the most part. Let's take a look at what else we can do with our ship. Partially through research. Kind of looks like maybe we should save up some more points. But yeah, let's just save points for now. Shipyard, can we add anything? Fixed gun. Let's try those out. We got more resources brought in, which is good. Armor. Well, let's get what's here. Half deflector, full deflector, laser mark 1. Yeah. And that needs more diberyllium before we can even make it. Do we have a bunch of plasma mark 1s on this ship? Mark 2, mark 1. There's 2 plasma mark 1s. Now, can we arrange these in such a way not particularly? Well, kind of, yeah. And let's add that. And it's basically about what we can fit. Alright. Well, that's fine. Alright, so first we'll head... Guess we'll head here. Where was... It's the isolated lab. Planetoid shafts. Alright. Guess we'll head there. Yeah, might as well go and try and redo these ones that we had to skip. Alright, here we are. Let's try to do this now. There we go. Radio contact is lost shortly after. The team enters the water, minutes pass. Minutes stretch into an hour. 1 hour to 2, 3, then 4. After dodging rock, finally the team emerges from the water with several large transport containers. After dodging rock falls, fighting hungry eels, and searching through dangerous underwater caves, the team found an open chamber with some of the largest mineral deposits Ensign Perks has ever seen. A bunch of silver, gold, and diberyllium. Interesting. We got one over here, I believe. Actually, we could just do that one. Well, yeah. We can do that one later, because that does come with different mission right next to it. Let's go to the Crystal Palace and deal with that one. And there we go. Got a lot of engines, and yet we still don't seem to move very quickly, despite how fast it's telling me we're moving. Pyramid ensconced and steep cirque can only be accessed via a difficult climb. Oh, well. Looks like the pyramid's life support systems failed unexpectedly, hence the evacuation. The main work. Alright, so we still got something out of it, though not as good as I would have liked. Fractal structure. The complexity of the crystalline structure is giving the computer a bit of a challenge. I'm going to give it some more resources. It may give up some more discoveries yet. Fractal structure is aperiodic and definitely non-natural. The ice itself is stable to 18 centigrade, at which point it sublimates. Cool, I guess. Then I'm gonna head down to here, see if maybe we can do better in that combat situation. Alright, let's see how this goes this time. Alright, we managed to destroy one of the ships at least. Let's see about two. Alright, we're actually making some progress here. Three, then four. Come on. Start getting out of here, I guess. Jesus, these missiles are really hard to stop. There only appears to be two more ships left to destroy. See if we can get this missile boat down before it gets us. Maybe try to get out of here for a moment. That was annoying. Yeah, because there's just so many missiles. Alright. Oh, that's a lot of missiles. Alright. Maybe those will. Yeah, they do. Alright. Should be alright to get in. See about taking these guys out. Come on. Destroy one of the missile boats. Even just one. One of these two has to be ready to go down. Jesus. Alright. Charging back in. That up. Come on. Focus fire. And it's down. Finally. One of the missile boats is gone. Now there's just more stuff to deal with here. That other missile is big. Okay. Let's get moving a little bit, let them kind of all fight each other a little bit, I guess. So maybe that's gonna happen. Maybe. There's the missile boat. Let's try to get rid of it. There, missile boat's down. So much less to deal with now. That elite's gone. And the Brogadar are helping. Thank you. The radiation. Stop accidentally shooting my allies. Hey, another piece for the shield projector. So we got that. And we can now build, or do the shield research. So we can get that taken care of. Finally. Now if only we could unlock fighters. I think that would help us even more. This guy last next. There we go. And the last one. And he should be going down pretty quick. There we go. Alright. That was an ordeal. Did not help having the devout hop in on top of us there. But that's just sometimes how it goes. Are we taking some significant damage here? Or is it just me? Oh, that is a lot of more enemies down there. If they're all of similar strength to what we just fought. Yep. It's all the same guys. Alright, well, we'll get out of here. We are not ready for this. Maybe if we can pick one or two off at a time, but somehow I think that's not going to work out. Same as last time. Yeah. Alright, yep, let's just get out of here. There's even missile boats. We'll have to come back and try again later for this. But with that, thank you for joining me here by the campfire. If you like the video, like it. If you have questions, comments, concerns, recommendations, suggestions, let me know in the comments below. And as always, have a wonderful day.